So has anybody ever had so many disappointments when it comes to like being betrayed by people that you like gave up on making new connections? Well, my hand is up right now. My hand is up right now because I definitely have been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. But here's the thing though, okay? I look at it differently now. I look at it totally different than how I used to look at it. At one time in my life, it's like I would question everything whenever my heart got broke or if I felt like somebody betrayed me in some kind of way. And it's like I would get super sad, and it's like sometimes I got so down that I started questioning myself, wondering if it's me or, what did I do to deserve whatever was happening to me. But you know what? That got me absolutely nowhere except trapped in my own thoughts and like a tornado of why questions, like why this and why that. Well, when I went through one of my ascensions, because I've gone through a few of them, quite a few, I started looking at things from a different vantage point. And instead of asking myself why me, it's like I started asking myself, how can I bounce back from it? What can I learn from it? What can I gain from it? How could that experience help me? And now that I look back from a different angle, it's like the why became less important. It just didn't become a priority to me at all anymore. And I guess it's because it already happened, so the why isn't even important. Moving forward is the priority. So naturally, after being hurt, your guards go up. You might be like me and even get paranoid at some point. But again, that got me absolutely nowhere. Being paranoid about, connecting with people because I was hurt, that got me absolutely nowhere but making my own self sad. And it got so bad, I didn't want new friends, I didn't want new love, I didn't want anything. I closed myself off from anyone, from everything, and I basically decided to just live my life alone and just be happy with that. And then I decided something kind of weird or strange, but at the time it wasn't weird or strange for me. That's just something I decided to do. I decided to maybe make like a few online friends, since it's virtual, and I figured it'd be safe that way since there's no in-person contact or anything like that. So automatically that makes my boundaries secure, but it just wasn't the same. It's just online. It just didn't feel the same. And with me, I ran into disappointments with online connections as well because, again, it just did not feel the same. Or how it is, guys. You run into some trolling online, so it just doesn't seem worth it after a while. But once I started slowly but surely getting back out there, putting myself back out there, I really started seeing that there's some really, really nice people in the world. Now, I'm not saying that I run around making people my best friend or anything like that, but I made myself open and available to new healthy connections. And I have quite a few really great acquaintances. I really don't take it further than acquaintances at this moment because I do everything in baby steps. And right now, I just like to work on having really solid acquaintances. Those that once I give it some time, I can actually call them friends. But for right now, we have some really great in-person interaction. And, they just as sweet as pie. And for right now, that works for me. The Most High is my best friend. The Most High is my best friend. So I don't have to worry about that department at all. And with the Most High being my best friend, it's the most solid friendship ever that I've ever experienced. So I'm good in the best friend department. But, I interact with people from different cultures. And let me tell you guys something. When you interact with people from different cultures, it's a great thing. It was a major turning point for me. I'm not one of those people that feel that you should only interact with your own culture, because there's enough love around here. So spread the love. People from all kinds of different cultures, you can learn different things about their cultures. And I actually dig that. I really, really dig that. I know when I've stayed in a few hostels, which I was scared to stay in hostels at first because of the movie Hostel, but staying at a hostel, I ran into people from all over the world, and it was just talking to them and learning about their culture and just swapping stories and things like that. It's just been fantastic for me. Like for instance, locals from Costa Rica, Let me give you an example. Like in Costa Rica, some locals, they still wash their clothes by hand and they hang it outside, to dry naturally. Now, a lot of people may look down on that, but our ancestors did that. So I know I wouldn't dare look down on it because that's how my ancestors lived. So I was right at the sink washing my clothes by hand, of course playing some music in the back, of course, and just hanging my clothes outside to let the sun dry it. I remember growing up, I remember being in South Carolina, I used to hang the clothes on a clothesline, and it just came back to me. I was just like, okay, I remember doing all of this, and it just came back to me. Look guys, I'll say it as I've said it 1,000 times before, the things that I've been exposed to on my journey, it always takes me back to doing things the way that it was done, like way before technology and conveniences and stuff like that. And I also want to be able to know that, I could fully and totally sustain myself if it comes to that one day. You never know what can happen in this world. So I want to make sure that me, myself, that I am able to fully and completely sustain myself, and not just sustain myself, but be happy about it while I'm doing it, because being happy while I'm doing it, for me, that's actually the most important part. And trust me, I have mastered that. I have mastered the art of, in a situation to where you feel like it's a lot of work, or you've gone back in time, put on some music. Trust me guys, put on some music. It changes everything. It changes the mood, it changes the situation. At least for me, just put on every favorite song that you ever had, and it will change any situation. I'm just suggesting that. And my ancestors celebrate the way that I embrace, their way of life. And I just love it so much that my ancestors are pleased with me. Please guys, show your ancestors the love and respect that they deserve. Don't look down your nose to the things that they're trying to teach you. Do not let technology and conveniences get in the way of the things that your ancestors are trying to teach you. Okay? Things that our ancestors are showing us is for a reason. It's for our benefit. Those skills will come in handy at some point. They are not teaching us these things for no reason. Please embrace it, guys, and thank your ancestors for that guidance. Please. Okay? Alright, I know I got distracted, but I had to throw that out there because it just came to me to say that, so I had to throw that out there. Please, guys, show love and respect to your ancestors. But like I was saying, on my journey, I am learning that there's some really awesome people out there. Now, I'm not saying everybody that I come into contact with is awesome, but for the most part, I guess I'm fortunate enough to meet so many different cool people that it just feels good. Not everybody's out to hurt us, guys. Not everybody is out to disappoint us. Not everybody's out to betray us. Even if we've gone through those kinds of things multiple times. The way I figure it, for every person who disappoints you, there's 2 people who won't. That's my experience now, and it's a game changer for me. Even when it comes to romance, for every romantic situation that doesn't work out, there is one that will. For every person who was unfaithful to you, there's someone who will not be unfaithful to you. For every person who did not value you, there is someone who will. For every person or experience that you had to fight through it alone, trust and believe there's someone who will be by your side every step of the way. For every person who didn't choose you, there is someone who will. Trust me guys, balance is real. For every person who did you wrong, there is someone who will do right by you. For every single person who didn't love you, there will be someone who absolutely will love you. And they'll love you unconditionally. It won't be they're trying to change you. They're not going to try to control you. They will love you unconditionally. What's that Southern saying? They'll love your dirty drawers. I mean, hopefully not literally, but you know what I'm saying. But don't hope for it, guys. Just know it. Just feel it, live it. Because once you just know it, once you live it, trust me when I tell you, it will flow into your life. It's going to flow into your life like a freaking waterfall. Let those like-minded people in. Let them into your life. Make yourself available and just let it flow right on in. It will flow right on in, guys. And just open your arms and allow it. You know, see, we're not crazy if we make ourselves available to new connections, okay? We are not crazy if we see disappointments or betrayals and we look at it like, okay, that's one door closing and that means another one is about to open right back up. And we're not crazy, you know, if we open ourselves to the flow of abundance in all aspects of our lives, you know, because I'm living testament of that. I'm living testament of all these things. And I'm not crazy, and neither are you.